job, honey.
You know what she's going to do? She's going to come in here and throw him under the bus because she doesn't care about her kids.
No.
Yeah.
She's going to use him as a scapegoat. She's going to get off scot-free.
Friends, this is the third and final video in the story of Dontonio and Willie Mae Thornton. The previous 2 interrogations are in the description, so go and watch those if you haven't followed the story already. Today's video, the police questioned the girlfriend of Dontonio. Her name is Vankeria Suggs, and then they will question her mother, Nakia Dixon, and at the very end, I will tell you what happened and what the verdict was in this case. If you do end up liking, please subscribe.
Good. Tired. You know how it is.
Tired.
I was up this room. It's usually freezing.
Gosh, I wish we could. Real quick before we get started, I'm Sergeant Barnes. This is investigator work.
Hi, how you doing?
Good. You had to work today, huh?
Yeah, I'm off today. I was off today.
Oh, okay. I got you. I know talking to your mom.
Yeah.
Your mom's like, yeah, you've been, raising youngin' and working and going to school. It's tough, ain't it?
It's hard, and then taking care of, trying to raise one and have another one. It's hard.
How far along are you about?
3 months.
3 months?
Mm-hmm.
Don't know if it's boy or girl yet?
No, yeah. I found out October the 2nd.
Well, that's about a week or so, a week and a half. And you have a little boy, right? That's be 2 coming up in December?
December 27th.
You want a girl, don't you?
Yes, I'm really hoping.
Clothes are so much cuter.
Well, let me tell you. All right. I mean, I love my kids. You love kids no matter what.
Yeah.
But I got a 15-year-old daughter right now. And I mean, she's not a bad kid, but, dealing with that hormone thing and then everything else. And I'm like, man, and then I got a 12-year-old boy. My son, he's just, he'll go outside and my son will go outside and he always play with the neighbors and she's always wanting to, can we go up here? Can we do this? Can we do that? And I'm like,
it just sound like me. I'm the only girl. I got 4 brothers. The only girl.
That's what your mom was saying.
Sound like me. I wanted to play football with them though. I wanted to be a tomboy when I was growing up. I was playing football and doing all the basketball, just any stuff that they was in.
Well, and then life hit you. Well, I'm here to tell you, it don't matter how old you end up getting. I mean, life is still hard no matter what. All you can do is look at it like a big sandwich, eat a little piece at a time, and get by day by day. You need any water or anything to drink like that?
No, I'm fine.
And we shouldn't take too long. I mean, talking to your mom, I mean, Black, you call him Black, is that what you call him?
Uh-huh.
I know his name, Dontonio.
Yeah, Dontonio.
But, he's in a little trouble, So, and I know you love him, and I know he's the father of your son, and the father of your unborn child. But, it's like I explained to your mom, and I mean, I know everybody watches the crime shows that come on and all this stuff, like the First 48, Forensic Files, all that stuff. And that's what we do. We work homicide.
Yeah.
And, we don't mess with dope. We don't mess with thefts, any stuff like that. We just work homicides. And, it's like we were talking to your mom, this guy that got killed up at the store. I think he's 50 years old, but, he was kind of going through his second life because been divorced and he remarried. And he got, actually come to find out, he's got 7 kids.
Ooh.
But all of them are grown except one. He remarried and he has a 2-year-old little boy, And, we have to, just as you see on TV, nobody gets the right to play God. Only God gets to play God. We learned from day one. He puts us on this earth. He takes us away.
Yeah, you're right about that.
And then if something happens or goes wrong, then, we kind of work for him. We got to be their voice to help because, dealt for 2 weeks with the crying baby, you know, and then the wife, and then he's got some grown daughters that actually still live here in Pensacola and all that. And kind of going back to that day, you know, and it's like I was telling Black, I said, son, out of 3 billion people on this world, we don't just pick you out of a hat and go, let's bring him in. You know, as you watch TV shows, there's certain things and steps that we do before we get to this point where we're at and where we're getting at. Now, you know, we dot our I's and we cross our T's, and, you know, there's forensics, there's DNA, there's blood, there's, you know, just like if I just do this, not thinking, I mean, my DNA's on there. You know, that's the theory of forensics is that no matter where you go or what you do, whether you can see it with your eye or not, you always leave something behind.
Yeah.
You know, that's the theory of forensics. And I know that and it's human nature. I don't care. And when I say this, I'm talking about his mom. No, you're all right.
I'm sorry. My stomach.
No, you are fine.
She was like that last
I
week.
had my unbuttoned last week because I was having stomach pains, but go ahead.
It's built into our DNA as humans that we love our mama, even our daddy. You know, I can't tell you how many times where people were abused and, you know, could have had their ass beat every day of their life. And they don't care about their parents at all, but there's a part deep down inside of you that you still love them because that's your mama or your daddy or your brother or your sister. Even though you may not have nothing to do with them, that's just how we wired, you know, for life.
Yeah.
You know, and I know his mom is not the greatest person in the world.
You right about that?
You know, I know she does things, you know, she gets out there and she, you know, snorts some dope and she was never a mom, you know, and sometimes we get, you know, it's like I was telling him, good things or bad things happen to good people sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, because you get caught up in something you don't want to get caught up in. You know, and the thing that aggravated me when we were talking to him earlier was when we first started talking to him, you know, he wanted to kind of come across like he was hard, you know, and I was like, I told him, I said, son, I've done this job longer than you've been alive. I've been doing this 22 years now, you know, and just like I told you how, you know, we kind of worked for the victim, and I said, son, you know, it don't matter if you're white, black, this guy's Vietnamese, whoever you are, if somebody killed you today, son, we're going to be doing the same thing, working the same hours. And the thing that pissed me off, and, you know, of course, I can't say things, you know, but I said, heaven forbid, but hypothetical. And I said, hypothetical, you know, is just pretend. I said, what happens if you were watching your son and somebody come and did a drive-by and your son got shot or even killed, you know? Wouldn't you want us in here working to find the person that did that? He said, it is what it is. I said, son, that's your flesh and blood. I mean, I can tell you right now, and I know you as a mama, I'd die for my children.
I will.
Right now.
I will. I lay low.
That's right. I'd do it in a heartbeat because that's what it's our job to get them raised. And when he said that, it kind of shocked me. I don't know if he was just trying to be, you know, hard ass or what, you know. And I tried to tell him. I said, son, you know, your mom and you, when that went down, that we want to always know why. Sometimes we don't ever get the answer why things happen in life. But why did it get to the point that the guy had to be killed? You know? Because I know your mama picked you up from work, and you worked that Saturday or whatever. And then I know he was with his mama that day. See,
that's what I know. I came home that day. I left and went to work around 6 that morning. So I was 6:30 because I had to be there at 7. He was there. I got off at 1. We made it home by 1:30, and he was still there. So
did you see his mama there at the house earlier?
No, I
No,
didn't.
you were at
I was
work.
at work. I didn't see nothing.
Okay.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. No, sir. I'm saying no, ma'am.
No, that's okay. That's okay. What did he tell you happened that day with his mama?
I didn't talk. He didn't even. My thing is, I know his mama was supposed to buy my food stamps, and she said that morning that she was gonna come get them, and she came and got them, but I didn't know nothing that went down. I ain't know anything, and that's the God living truth.
And I'm not saying you did, baby. I'm not trying to jam you.
I know,
up
no,
'cause you're
I
trying to
know, I'm
raise a
fine,
child.
but that's what I'm just saying.
Yeah.
As up in you, I don't. That's one thing, and I always talk to him. Anybody else, my brothers, that's one thing I don't live. I work for mine any day, and I don't.
Well, and I'll be the first to tell you that we have forensic evidence that puts him and his mama in the store.
Mm-hmm.
All right, they have video surveillance in that store.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So he was in the store the day that happened.
Yes.
Mhm.
At the time it happened.
At the time it happened. Because he stuck with, at the beginning, he just said, I bought my mom, I bought a blunt, and then my mom wanted to buy something, but she didn't have the money, so I gave her $1. And then after I gave her $1, then we left and we went to the Grocery Advantage and bought a couple $100 worth of groceries, and then she gave me $100,
Uh-huh.
you know. And first thing, and this is why we're getting into it, talking in the beginning.
Yeah.
Well, son, she's giving you $100. Well, why in the hell is she bumming a buck off of you in the store? Because one of his, and I'm sorry to say that, was it one of his cousins or friends, whatever? I mean,
Cousin's friend.
right? Because they were coming out of the store when they were going in the store, so they put him in the store. Video surveillance puts him in the store. Because that store is not very, it's not like a Tom Thumb or a Circle K where there's 10 people in line,
Yeah.
It's real small. You don't even sell gas there,
Uh-huh.
And I'm just trying to figure out, because I told him, I said, son, this is something that I want to know, was the original plan just to rob this guy, and did it go bad?
Yeah.
Did he have a gun? Did you have to defend yourself? Because one, that makes a difference. Because if you go in there saying, the state can prove that I go in there premeditated to rob this place and kill that guy, then that constitutes a trial for a death penalty.
Yeah.
Versus if shit just goes bad and it's an accident, I pulled the trigger by accident or whatever. Or I didn't know how the gun worked, or I got scared and I was trying to run or whatever.
Or he grabbed it and it forced me to.
Yeah.
And that's the difference in being premeditated and going in there and planning this whole thing out. And I know he didn't plan this whole thing by himself. I know his mama was behind. That's why she's on TV. And I told him tonight, I said, I can't tell you if it'll be tonight, but I said, May be in here this week. I promise you. I mark my word that, we have all kind of weird shit out there that we can do. And I promise you, we'll find her. I pretty much got a pretty good idea where she is right now. It's just like playing a poker game. You don't show you.
Just be the job, honey.
You know what she's going to do? She's going to come in here and throw him under the bus because she doesn't care about her kids.
No.
Yeah.
She's going to use him as a scapegoat. She's going to get off scot-free.
Because see, my next question is now, as a supervisor in this unit, do I wait and get an answer from his mama and see what she has to say? Or do I contact the stuff, because the whole state attorney, I probably saw the crap on TV, they were out there and all that. Do I call them and we go ahead and file charges? Because he's already admitted to being there. He's admitted to being with his mama, and he's admitted to the robbery going down. All right. So my question now is, do I arrest him tonight? Or if I don't arrest him, does he take off running and hauls ass? And because they ain't, I used to tell some of my guys or friends that were going through a divorce, and when you have a kid with a woman, whether you're married or not, that's a
Mhm.
strong bond.
Yeah.
All right. Whether you feel he's the right person for you
Mhm.
or not, I understand you have some loyalty to him because he's the father of your children.
Yeah, but I mean, wrong is wrong and right is right. And I mean, honestly, to tell y'all, I didn't know nothing. I mean, I'm lost to it, and I mean, I haven't talked to his mama, haven't talked to anyone. Like, I don't.
Do you know his mama's number?
No, ma'am. To be real with you, no, ma'am. Because I don't even, we speak with her whenever we speak with her. And the number she was calling from, I think she called my mama's house phone like twice. But I don't know the number. If it is, it's programmed into my mama's house phone. But that's when she was calling about the food stamps that morning.
Okay.
Who's this new man she's with now? You know him? Because she was dating Glenn. What's
Tony.
it? Tony Glenn or whatever. Used to live right there in Massachusetts, you know?
I think his name Terry. Terry. I think that's his name.
Is he a dirtbag?
No.
Good
I
dude?
think he
He trying to get her straight?
I'm not sure.
Or feed the habit. Yeah.
That's one thing I don't know. I don't be into their family life. I don't know what she do. I go to work and I come home, talk to my mama every once in a while because she be my ride to work and back. But other than that, I don't even speak. I don't talk to his grandma. I don't speak with none of them like that, really. I just be at work.
You hang out with his sister, ain't
I mean, we talk. We speak with each other and we talk. I mean, everybody don't got like a bad connection with each other. I mean, we speak like his brother Melvin and his sister. I speak with them. We all speak with each other. We went to his grandma's house a couple of times. If they down there, we'll be around each other. We'll hang out. But other than that, we don't force it to go to each other, among each other's houses and sit up under each other and chill with each other. It don't go as far as that.
he? I got you. Yeah, we talked to Shanique for a while. At least she's out there working.
Mm-hmm.
She works up there at a nursing home or whatever, you know. So, because, hell, she called the police on her mama here, not too long ago when she was living out there at Oakwood Terrace,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
The reason that May has a warrant for her is punching her in the face.
I
I can't remember that. No, it's a different lady.
It was.
It's DeAndre's mama.
Damn, what's her name?
Norman. DeAndre's mama.
Yeah, something.
I can't
To
remember.
Carissa or Teresa?
Oh, yeah. Catharissa.
Yeah, that's it.
Catharissa.
Miss Treese.
Yeah,
Probably.
that's
Yeah.
That's Dre Norman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Miss Treese. But I didn't know.
Yeah.
I even know she had a warrant out for her arrest.
Yeah, she does.
Well, your mama even said, she goes, I went to school with her and she was nasty in school.
Oh, yeah, that's
You
what.
know?
That's the thing. My mama she been told me way before I went to school with her. She ain't nothing, you know. We know, but I haven't. Honestly, we don't even. Before I had my baby, the day that I had my baby, I saw her in Walmart. We walked right past each other. She wasn't in the hospital. I mean, the reason we speaking to each other because I go around his grandma's house and she'll come and she'll be there and she'll talk with the baby. However.
So she wouldn't care otherwise. If you never went around, she wouldn't even care.
She won't care.
Is that old truck that she was driving, is that Terry's or is that hers?
I think that's Terry's truck. The truck that she drives, she don't have a car.
What color is it, truck?
I'm not sure. That's one thing I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know what color
Blue
the
or
truck
green
is.
or something?
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Is Terry about her age?
I'm not sure. I don't even know. I just know his name Terry, and that's just because of them. And Sade and them, and they've been calling, and I don't know. And they asked me, actually, they called Sade. I talked to his cousin Sade today and his grandmother, and they was asking, did she get into contact with us? I was like, no. Like, she hasn't even been doing nothing. So, if anything, she probably with her boyfriend Terry. That's who she was living with before I know anything.
You know where he stays?
Mayfair, I believe.
Okay, but you don't know what street or anything?
No,
okay.
I don't know none of that.
Is he a black guy?
Mm-hmm. He a bad guy.
Okay.
No, that's all right. I'm trying to think if he was older.
So So you never saw his mama on that Saturday that this homicide happened? You didn't see her that day at your house? Okay. Because your mama said that she was in the driveway of the house.
Yeah, she probably, because I was at work that day. I went to work at 6:30 that morning, so no, I didn't see her none that day.
Do you remember what Black was wearing that day by chance?
No, ma'am. The morning Black, he was asleep when I left for work. And when I got off work, and I don't remember what he had on.
I mean, I wouldn't be able to remember that far back either, but...
Is he still, I mean, I know he cuts little yards and stuff, but so you ever get out, like I said, we ain't the dope police by any means, but he's still out there hustling a little bit?
Yeah, he be getting out. He do. He went, he going out to his grandma's house. We go to my mama's house. He's still regular. I mean, I don't see it at all.
I got you. So if y'all got back at 1:30 and you said he was home then at 1:30, right?
Yeah, he was home. He was in the house home watching TV when I got home from work.
All right. Did you go to bed then or take a nap or?
Yeah, I took a nap.
Pretty quick after you got home, you went in your bedroom to chill or?
No, I mean, we was all in the house chilling, and then, like, later, I say, not even later, I had came home and I took a little nap. It wasn't even that long. Got back up. He was still there. Like, my baby was there. Everyone was still there.
Now, does your brothers ever help out the youngin' and watch the youngin' a little bit?
Yep. Eric was asleep that morning. My brother Unay was with his girlfriend's house, and Deshante don't be there at all. Like, we have to catch up with him. He be at his girlfriend's house, whatever which one it is. But he be out. He don't be home at all. That's the oldest brother.
Because, I mean, I'm just trying to figure out why he wouldn't tell you that he left the house. No. Because that was the first thing he said. He said, man, my mama. Because, you know, it takes a minute to go grocery shopping. Now, whether he lied about going to the store and just gave her the EBT card, you know, but he said he went to the Grocery Advantage on the old food world there at the Circle, you know, on Lillian Highway, right there by the Whataburger and the donut place and all that. They must have took everything back with his mama, because I told you then that his mother bought the food stamps. So I didn't know that he got in trouble with them. I just thought she got the food stamp card, because when I came back home, I had my card. The card was home. At what time? And
that was about when I made it home like 1:30. I had my actually I didn't. I didn't have my card. I had my cousin's card, because they was using my cousin's card. Because my cousin, she be back and forth at my house any other time, and I had her card, and she bought them. She wanted to buy mine, but I left my card at the WIC office, and I couldn't go get it till that Monday.
So they used her card at the store that day? What's her name?
Sierra goes to them.
Okay.
How old is she?
18. 20. Actually 20.
And we're not, like he said, we're not worried about the food stamp.
Yeah.
Whatever. No, we're just trying to get down to the bottom of that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I understand.
So, and I mean, you know, the thing about it is whether he gave her the card. I mean, I don't understand why he says he goes to the grocery store with his mama. But, you know, he says he goes up to the TM Food Mart or Roses, whatever anybody calls it. And, you know, he buys a blunt. And he said, you know, she bought, I can't remember what he said.
A lottery ticket.
A lottery ticket. You know, I mean, so.
When they sell that at the Grocery Advantage, too.
They sell lottery tickets at Grocery Advantage?
I'm pretty sure they do. They have a counter back there in that corner.
I see.
Lottery.
Well, I think.
I go to Walmart.
I think she might have bought some scratch offs, because she does some scratch offs, don't she?
Who? His mom? Oh, see, I don't tell y'all. She probably, I don't be around her to know her personally being what she always do. To be like that. See, she probably do. I mean, I don't know a person who really don't stretch off tickets. But other than that, I know she a gambler. I know that. But I don't know it's hers just stretch off tickets.
Gotcha. Now, does Black, he do some scratch off tickets every once in a while?
Every once in a while, yeah. He be into them, too.
What's his favorite?
I don't know. He be getting all kinds. He be getting the $3 tickets. The one, but he like the lowest numbers. That's the only thing I can tell you. He'll
go 5 times cash.
Yeah, he'll go down there to the lowest number ticket. Like, he'll play the lowest number. But he'll be buying them. He'll get some.
He ever win?
Actually, yeah, one day, him and my mama won the same day. He won 100. My mama won 500.
Really?
Back to back.
Not bad. From Walmart? Or
no,
from
that was from the grocery store like right here. It was a side corner store right by my mama's house.
Like, I know you're talking about.
I think it's right across from Thornton. It's Food Mart.
Yeah. Indian Gardens so. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. Now, does Black, he run with Malik a lot?
When Malik was out, like, that's when during the time we was living with my mother, like, when Malik was out, he'll come visit every once in a while, but he really, not really.
No, Malik's a juvenile, ain't
he? Yeah, I think he's 18 now.
He's been over at DYS, hasn't he? Or over at DJJ?
I think he got,
well, I know he went there for a little while, didn't he? I thought he did.
Yeah, he, now I think they say he working on it, like he in work release or something like that.
Mm-hmm. You know, he was involved with a whole group of them boys that killed that other boy earlier this year.
Mm-hmm. Which one? You talking about
Deshaun?
I don't know him.
Day or
Day. I mean, but he was involved.
Yeah.
Sure was.
We were doing the same thing with him not long ago, up here.
And even why he in there already?
No, he wasn't in DJJ yet.
This was before that.
Yeah.
This was in
April. This happened in April.
So did y'all ever close the case?
Not yet.
Nope.
Waiting for DNA to come back on some stuff. But he wasn't by himself. There was 3 or 4 boys with him. I mean, we know who they are. I mean,
yeah.
But yeah, it's definite for, you just gotta wait for the DNA.
Yeah.
Now, when you and him, or you and Black got into it here not too long ago or whatever, remember on Peagle Plaza?
Uh-huh.
Did you call the police or that guy called the police?
A neighbor.
I had called. I ran to the back of the church and I called. But I don't know if they was calling the police or not. But he was on his phone. But I'm not sure.
When he grabbed you, grabbed you around the neck or whatever in your arm or something like that.
No, he grabbed me by my arm. No, this started. That was like after when I started running when the next door neighbor was like he was gonna pop his trunk and.
Said he's getting the gun.
Yeah, when he said he was gonna get his gun, that's when I ran off and I called for help because he said he was popping his trunk and off.
Mm-hmm.
So I ran to get help and I called 911.
What kind of gun is it?
I didn't know.
Black cab.
Who? Black? He had a shotgun then.
What kind of gun does he carry then? We know he carries a gun around.
He don't.
No?
No, ma'am. I promise you. Now that I don't see, he never carry a gun around in front of me. And I promise y'all.
Where does he keep all his clothes? At your house?
Yeah.
At your mama's or on Peagle Plaza?
Peagle Plaza. And well, he got stuff at my mama's house because we be back and forth from my mama's house and to my house all the time. So we got stuff in both, but majority of our stuff is at my house.
Now he don't get along with that old boy that called the police that day or whatever.
Yeah, they cool.
They cool now?
They cool. They been talking ever since Ashley, when he went to Lakeville, got out. They been cool.
Oh, hang on a minute. I'm sorry. Excuse me 1 second. Okay. Investigation going. Hey, buddy, how are you doing? I'm sorry.
So after this, do me and my mama leave?
And you probably, it's up to Sarge what he wants to do. If we want to, keep him or let him go home with y'all. We're still waiting on a couple things with DNA. So, but we already have him and his mom's DNA in store,
Honestly, I think it's, if anything, y'all say I don't really know because, like I told you, I wasn't there, but to honestly tell you, but I don't want to put him under the pressure. If y'all say that y'all know he really did it, I don't want him to have to be on the run and have to wear stress. Y'all can
we're trying to help him out a little bit too and throw him a bone. He's not acting like if he did do something and he's holding back he's not showing any remorse whatsoever.
Yeah,
he's
that's
giving us the attitude. And if he admits to something and says, I feel horrible and it wasn't supposed to go down like that, and this guy did something, he grabbed a gun and I, accidentally pulled the trigger and, it just went off, that's throwing him a bone. But if he keeps saying, like, it is what it is, and, that kind of attitude, when the jury sees it, because it's recorded, The jury sees how he's acting. They're going to be like, this boy, he's got problems. He don't care about nothing. You know, and we're trying to help him out by throwing him a bone, making it look like he's a little bit more remorseful, like he cares, but...
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. My main thing, just like, if... I know y'all have to talk and say, but just between us, I don't think... If y'all say y'all got DNA, because I honestly don't. I don't see, and I really don't recall, because just like you said, I see no remorse up in anything. It's just best to keep, because I don't have time for all that running. And
well, and then also, we don't know if he's covering up for his mama. And taking the rap for his mama. You know, and that's what another thing we want to, you know, cover is if his mama put him up to something and his mama was the person putting it all together, you know, he is a pawn. His mama used him to get something, to get somewhere, and he can help himself out by admitting to that. But if he wants to take the rap for mama and mama comes in here and throws him under the bus, then he's going to be out there all by himself,
like,
fighting by himself.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if honestly, to keep me and me being pregnant and to keep me under depression, because right now, after I seen the picture on the news today, like, that put me through a real depression. But as of me talking to him, it just, I know I'm fine, because like y'all said, I'm seeing no remorse and I'm seeing nothing. But to be real, if y'all say y'all have DNA, I just think it's just be best until y'all can figure out to talk to him to keep him in, because I don't want to have to stress about nothing, because I end up going into a depression. And I don't want to have no murder or anything like that up over in my head and his head and anything.
Well, did you ask him, like, what's this about? What was his reaction?
He just said, he was like, he don't know. Like, he was like, I ain't got nothing to do with it. And I was like, so what you mean? He was like, hey, I don't got nothing to do with it. And he was like keeping a straight face, and that's what I was telling my mama too. I know him, you know? And I felt like if I felt like something was bothering him, or it was something like I see it in and I don't see it. But he hard. Like I said, he is hard headed, and he think he hard through situations. He have to play hard, and he's really not. He take the situation way above, just like when Malik them got locked up from my house that day. He wouldn't tell when the police was asked, he wouldn't really say nothing. I guess the Memphis up in him and they don't want to snitch. I don't know, but like I said, I think it's just, if y'all say DNA or till y'all talk to his mama and whatever, and I don't even know. I just know his mom. I don't even know, but like I said, I'll try to see is the never still on my mama call ID, but it's put me through not just through depression. I just think it's better for him to just stay in until y'all find out.
And baby, we not trying to cause you no heartache, or anything like that.
I understand.
I mean, you know, we have to solve this murder.
Yeah.
And we have certain things that we know. You know, we can't sit here and tell you every little detail.
Yeah.
You know, that don't come out till trial. But, I mean, by the time we start getting people in here, you know, we've done our homework.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we have to. I mean, because this isn't fly by the seat of our pants. Because, I mean, to put a murder case together, it's big, it's long. I mean, sometimes trials last. It may not go to trial for 2-3 years. That's just how murder trials go.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes. So...
But I mean, and then again, I think until I like I told y'all again, to just help me out on the better half. And I mean, I don't care. Like from this time, if y'all go back, I just think y'all should just keep him till y'all question his mom, because like I told you, to keep me from under depression, because I'm telling you, I don't know nothing. Like, and it's throwing me off, and it just make me real.
Well, let me ask you this: do you feel, how long have you been with him?
For 3 years, going on in March.
You feel like he's honest and tells you everything?
At first, I'm being upfront with you through the first year and through like my first pregnancy, because I'm be real with you, like we didn't have enough. We got together, and like 3 months later, I was pregnant, and we didn't have enough time to advance, and he was still messing off with females, you know, doing him. But other than that, when my baby got into this world, I mean, I seen he was about
so
his word.
Says he takes care.
He was about his word, and I understand he was really about the word. He ain't.
You know,
I seen changes from when I know him from the beginning into the middle. Like I seen a big change from then into now.
But I do also know that life is hard,
Mm-hmm.
and fall time's coming here. You can only cut a little bit of grass here and there.
Yeah.
He's got and like I said, don't take this the wrong way because it's not. Because I
Mhm.
mean, I've talked to thousands of people sitting right here. Is he's got to provide for his baby and make sure things are paid.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that happen most time? He gets out there and hustles the
Yeah.
streets. You know?
I mean, and honestly, to tell you that, to be upfront with you, he haven't, like, he's been in the house. He used to be with his cousin Keenan. He'll hang with Keenan sometimes. Keenan still a call every once in a while to be like, come hang out. But other than that, all his company been like TruRed before TruRed just got locked up again. Everybody, my brother, they'll be at home. They're playing the game all the time. And he be having money coming in. They'll go leave and do what they do. But money still, like, he helped me good. He helped me on my bills. Like, I work in majority. But at the same time, honestly, I actually half of the way pay my bills, and just because he sits at home and watches my baby all day. And now that he was, he from Memphis, he got down here like 2-3 years ago, the years around the time we started talking, and he been trying to get his ID and stuff back on track to get a job. And from that, he need his mom, because they said that she had to do something from Memphis in order for them to be able to send something down here. She had to talk, and she haven't did her job yet.
No, she ain't going to, because she don't care. She don't care. Dang, I was going to ask you something else.
But like I said, if to keep you through depression, I mean, his cousin, I know his cousin, she right around the corner, I know she probably will come talk. That's her cousin, they family, that's May people.
Who's
So,
Sade
I mean,
or whatever?
Sade, and Sade, she don't, I know she don't take up for anyone.
Mm-hmm.
They grandmother, because they grandma see just like the same thing up in her. They think they don't
grandmother lies
see.
for. We know that.
Grandma
Oh,
get into that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she be y'all right about that. But I was just gonna say, every time when she be tipsy around, I come around, she say always how she lies so much or say something. But Sade is just of a person who just so.
Does what's his cell phone number?
Who?
Black's.
He don't have a cell phone.
What about you, baby? You got one?
Uh-huh.
What's your cell number?
341-0356.
And who's it through? T-Mobile?
No, it's through Family Mobile.
Family Mobile. Okay. All right.
When you got home from work that Saturday that this happened, the murder happened, and you said you took a nap, could there have been a time where Black could have
That's what I would say. If
gone somewhere
it happened,
not known for like a 30 minutes or less, kind of?
That's what I'm saying. It was like I was asleep.
When did you
Not
fall
even a
asleep?
good-
How long
That's
after
what I'm
you
saying.
got home?
Like I say like a couple minutes, or 20 to 30 minutes later.
So you get home at 1:30, so before 2 o'clock.
I went and lay down like about one. I say like 1:40. Like,
was this at your house or your mama's?
This is at my mama's house. I went in there and went to sleep about like with 1. I honestly can't say. It was around 1 something, but my mom was still up because we were supposed to go to Waffle House.
And that's when she supposedly saw the truck outside?
No.
It was after you guys got back?
It was before, she said.
Okay.
It was before she came and got me.
Now, did your baby
From
sleep, lay down, and take a nap with you?
Yeah, he was taking it out with me then.
Okay.
And then he was up, like, not even then. My mama came and woke me up out of my nap. And I wasn't asleep that long because I had just walked out of her room and went and laid down. Because she woke me up and she was like, what happened to Whataburger? And I was like, okay, yeah, we can go. And during all this time, Black was at home. We got up and we went out. We went to Whataburger, came back.
Whataburger or Waffle House?
Yeah, Waffle House. I'm saying Whataburger, Waffle House. We went to
Which
Waffle
one?
House.
Which Waffle House y'all go to?
The one right here.
About the sheriff's office? Here?
Yeah, about on Fairfield, right there.
And that would have been that afternoon sometime?
It wasn't later. That's what I'm telling you. I wasn't asleep that long. So my mama came in. I ain't gonna say, I think I had like the 20-minute nap, not even that. Because my mama came and woke me right back up like as soon as I laid down. And she was like, what happened? And we got back up and we left and we went right to Waffle House. And we came back home. And through that day, I can't say what we did at night. Honestly, I don't know. But from that day, we was just flowing.
Is he friends with Albert? You know Albert?
No, I don't know Albert.
You don't know Albert?
No.
Okay.
How about a boy named Keon?
Keon. I mean, I have a cousin named Keon.
Does he live over there, like Bristol?
Bristol. No.
Bristol Park?
Over in Montclair.
No. My cousin Keon. I mean, and I do know another boy named Keon, which is, he just got out of a little trouble recently. Yeah, I know him. That's Naisha. That's his Black's brother, baby mama, little cousin.
Wait a minute. Black's brother, baby mama, little cousin.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's Melvin's.
Yeah, that's Melvin's baby mama, Kiera. Cousin. Yeah.
You know his last name? Keon?
Black.
Keon Black?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's his name on Facebook. Yeah.
All right. I gotta write all this down. Baby mama, Kiera's cousin. Does he hang out with Keon a lot?
No.
No?
Not at all.
Okay. How about Melvin?
Not even Melvin. I mean, we seen Melvin like 3 weeks ago. But no, he don't even hang with Melvin. Not at all. Melvin, actually, we don't even talk to Melvin on the phone. And Melvin recently just got out, and before he even went in, we even talked to him like that.
Did, real quick, and I'm sorry, we're going to get y'all out of here. I'm just getting late back. When that incident happened between you and him over there on Peagle Plaza, you know, he kind of showed his ass a little bit with the police, saying that I want you to shoot me and I wish I was dead and all this kind of crap.
Yeah, they said one of the dudes, he said that, but the other police said he thought he said it. So, but Black said he didn't say nothing like that. He was saying something about something else. He was like, he didn't say it. But one police said he said he heard it, but then that's when they went to Lakeview, and on the papers, I guess
They backtracked him that day or something?
I don't know.
Or they didn't arrest him. I know they didn't arrest him that day. Now,
he didn't get arrested.
Now did he tell
But he had to do a couple of days.
At Lakeview.
At
Yeah,
Lakeview,
so they did
They
backtrack.
backtracked him, yeah. That's just be safe. Make
Yeah.
nobody hurts themselves. Did he ever tell you about, you know, when he got into it with that guy? I mean, I know you say they're friends now or whatever. Did he ever tell you about breaking into his car?
No. He never said, no, I never heard of this. Never.
Okay.
I mean, he never said that he broke into his car, but I know one day Black was doing in the yard. He was lawnmowing in the yard, and the rock hit his mama's car, and it broke the window. But during that time, they was still cool and talking then.
Is there anything you can think of that we missed or anything like that? I mean, like I said, I know you love him. I know he's a father of your unborn child.
No,
you know,
I haven't.
But we know he didn't plan this whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like she said, she used the word pawn, which means, you know, when somebody older or has influence on you gets you to go along and do something.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, when I say no matter how shitty your mama is to you,
Mm-hmm.
you're still going to love her and want to help her out. You know what I'm saying?
You right?
So, she ain't going to get the Mother of the Year award.
No.
But,
you know?
yeah, I mean, but I think as of y'all at least saying, I'd probably say of y'all, if y'all say, I mean, y'all, they was together. If I say y'all, if y'all have him and y'all say y'all have him, and she for questioning him and y'all put it out again, she should. I think she should. I mean,
She should what?
I think she'll come. As up in my thoughts, I think she will.
I think she would have come by now. I think she's not going to come willingly. We're going to end up having to go get her.
I think.
Because it's been on the news
Mhm.
back to back 2 nights in a row.
She's got warrants. She's been running for a year.
And the warrants ain't the big deal.
No.
I mean, a warrant's a warrant.
Yeah.
I mean, this right.
That's why I was finna say she probably she got warrants and probably don't want to come talk.
This right here
Yeah.
is way bigger
Trump.
than any warrant
Mm.
that she's got.
Yeah, you're right.
You know.
But like I said, I think to not just put me under the pressure, and I don't just want to think about this, at least.
Well, I'll be honest with you. I mean, I mean, we kind of made a promise to him that we were going to send him home tonight, you know. So, because one, we know where he's at.
Mm-hmm.
We know his family.
Mm-hmm.
We can find him. That's not.
He came in on his own behalf.
That's not a problem. And when people are forthcoming and like to come in, even though, you know, he started off by shooting us a line of bullshit and all this stuff, you know. I mean, we still want to talk to his mama.
Yeah.
First.
Yeah.
And the faster we can talk to his mama, we can put some of this other stuff to rest. And like I said, with him, without him, or whatever, I promise you, we'll get her here, and it'll be this week.
Yeah.
I mean, it might be Saturday, it might be Sunday, it may be tomorrow, but we're gonna get her in here.
Yeah.
You know, when you saw her last, did she still have a little weave, or was she still real short haired?
She was short haired when I saw her.
Almost looked like a man. When I first saw her, I was like, "Damn, that looks like a dude."
Yeah.
You know, but. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, you know, we got to let her explain some of the things we know about her.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if last time she worked, or what she did for a trade or anything like that?
Actually, she just had a job, but it was at some hotel. I don't know what hotel it was. She was working at. I thought she was still working there, supposedly, but.
You know where it was at? The hotel?
I think it was by Chuck E. Cheese out there somewhere.
So
One of the Motel
Plantation.
6.
Yeah, I don't know.
By the old mall, which is like now Toys R Us, Kids R Us.
I haven't never been there. I just heard that the job that she had, but I don't know. I just know it's out somewhere out that way.
Okay. Let me ask you this: when Black mows lawns, what does he wear usually when he's mowing lawns? Like, what does he dress in? Just normal clothes, just shorts and a t-shirt, and that's about it?
Yeah, anything. He'll be in the shorts or a t-shirt. Yeah.
Like a hat, gloves, goggles. Does he all dress up like my dad does? Like Pepe and
not
really. Like have the sunblock
he'll have
thing?
Sometimes if it's hot or something, he'll put on a hat. Like, no, man, he'll always, when I see him come to the yard, like when he went out there and cut hours, he'll have on a hat. He'll put on a hat and do it.
Okay. But he doesn't have on like the bee wasp stuff and like, you know what I'm talking about, when they get all garbed up in like long pants and sleeves and
No.
All right.
And you think Terry lives over in Mayfair somewhere?
Yeah, Mayfair, I think.
Okay.
That's my card. The cell number's on the top. If you can find that number on that caller ID from what you have for May, if you can just call me and let me know what it says.
Okay.
Okay, and you don't have to tell him that you're giving me his mom's number.
Okay.
You know, but that's just a way so I could call her and say, hey, don't make us come find you. You know, try to talk her into coming in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is Terry around his mama's age?
I'm not sure. I don't know none of that. I mean, to be honest with you, I don't know him. I mean, I just know his name's Terry. That's all. I don't know.
Gotcha. You don't know if Terry works?
No. I just know he had a good job, doing something good. That's the only thing I know. But I don't know.
He work out there like in the chemical business, like Air Products or
I'm not
D'Amico
sure.
or something like that?
I'm not sure about none of that.
I got you.
Not sure.
He trying to keep her straight, but it ain't working out.
It's probably not because from what I heard, he a good dude to her.
You ever seen him?
No. Never seen him. Just know his name's Terry.
Okay. All right, let me check with everybody else, and then we'll get you out of here. And I appreciate you coming.
Thank
You got work in the morning?
Yes, I was just going to say, y'all really know how long it's going to be.
No, we can have you out here in about 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Okay.
almost done.
Yep.
All right. And, you know, that's up to you, whatever you want to talk to him about. I mean, you know, or see how he acts. I mean, you know, you're the one that deals with him, you know, not us. You know, so, you know, I don't want you stressing over.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I just still don't know how it's possible. Like, I don't know how it's possible.
Well, you know, like I said, I've done this job a long time. And, I mean, there's a lot of things that you don't think are possible, you know, that are possible. I mean, you know, from, you know, you don't think it's possible that, you know, you see on the news and TV.
I can come sit out here now.
Yeah, that mother's murdered their 4 or 5 kids. Hell, you make sure that one won't done. I appreciate you coming down. I'm Sergeant Barnes. I run our homicide unit here at the sheriff's office. And the reason why I called you is to talk about Dontonio a little bit. And I understand he dates your daughter, and I guess they have a couple children, or one and one on the way. Gotcha. What do you know about this young man?
I know they say been dating for a while, and he a good daddy to his son.
Sees his kids a lot?
Huh?
Sees his son a lot?
Yeah, always with him.
Does he live with y'all?
He live with me. They be on and off. They got their place, and then they'll be in the house sometime, and then go back home.
This is Investigator Work.
Hi.
And did you know Don? What do y'all call him? D, or y'all just call him Dontonio or Tonio, or what do y'all call him?
I call him that.
Huh? That Dontonio?
Black.
No, black.
His
Black.
nickname,
Okay. How did he get? Did you know about him coming to the sheriff's office today? Okay. Did you give him a ride up here?
Yes.
Okay. And did he tell you what this was about? What did he say?
He told me he was on the news. I seen him on, well, not the news, but pnj.com.
Gotcha.
First I seen his mom, and then the day I seen him on there. And then my daughter called me and said, Mama, when you get home, can you take him up there to turn himself in? So when I got home from work, I went and picked her up and I brought him down here.
Gotcha. Where you work at, babe?
Baby Reese Nursing Home.
Where at?
Baby Reese Nursing Home.
Oh, Baby Reese Nursing Home. Is that in Go Breeze? Gotcha. What did he tell you about this crime that happened?
He didn't tell me nothing.
He didn't tell you nothing?
I asked him, was it him? He was like, I don't know what you're talking about. No. And then I said, well, why they got your picture? And he was like, no. And then I said, why you got your picture? He said, I don't know. But he don't really talk to me like that, We really didn't get along.
Really? Cause things with your daughter and him? He's been a little abusive to her in the past?
No, they never been abusive to her.
I was just reading a report where they called the police on him.
The neighbor called the police.
Okay.
Yeah, because they was out there in the yard fussing. So the neighbor called the police.
And what is it that you don't really like about him? Just the way he treats her?
He don't treat her right. He don't treat her no kind of way. He take care of his child. He always with his child. It's really her be fussing at him.
I thought you said that you didn't care for him too much.
I don't. But he don't treat her no kind of way.
Gotcha.
I don't care for him too much because he got my daughter pregnant.
Gotcha. So it's kind of just one of them things, if he's being there being a dad, then...
Well, he wasn't there. No, because he wasn't there while she was pregnant. But after she had the baby, he came around and they stepped up to the plate.
Gotcha. How many daughters you got?
One.
Is that your only child?
No, I have 3 boys.
Oh, do you? They grown? Gotcha. You from Pensacola?
Well, I've been here all my life. I'm from St. Pete.
Oh, you go to school here in Pensacola? What school did you go to?
Brownsville, Peaches, Biggs.
Okay. Gotcha. You look familiar. I was just thinking I might have gone to school with you because I'll be 20 next month.
No, you won't.
What? You trying to say I look old?
Nah, if I know I'll be 40 next month. You're going to be 20 next month.
Come on now.
Then you definitely go to school with him.
I'll take some good care of my skin, Get some of that proactive stuff going on. But because we work in the homicide that occurred there on Michigan Avenue last Saturday, or be 2 Saturdays ago coming up, where the store owner got killed there. All right. And Dontonio, or Black, or whatever we want to call him, is a suspect in it.
Yeah.
I
know now.
And in this job, and I don't know if you've ever lost a loved one that was close to you to a crime or anything like that, hope not, but it's our job, and as I spoke to him earlier, that it doesn't matter if it was him, you, her, anybody else. We're going to work just as hard and burn. You have no clue in the last 2 weeks how many hours that we put in. I mean, we were at the firing range all day qualifying. That's what we got to do. And then
That's why I look and smell like this.
got home and then come, straight back up here, and that's just part of the job because we're going to be out there working because, nobody gets to play God except God.
You're right. Mm-hmm.
So, it wouldn't be fair to anybody else if we didn't do our job. And, just talking to the young man a little bit is, he comes across like he's a hard ass, like he's a badass.
Yes, yeah.
And then he doesn't care about anybody at all.
And he ain't got enough ass behind him to be a hard ass, because I posed the question to him, as I'm talking to him, and he acts like he don't have a care in the world. It is what it is. That's his favorite saying, at least when I was talking to him. And I said, hypothetically speaking, son. And I said, what hypothetically is, not for real. I said, heaven forbid, your grandchild, his son, if somebody come by tomorrow and shot that place up or whatever, and your son got killed, wouldn't you want us to find the police?
Yeah.
Find the person responsible for it? It's not what he said.
Because that's him.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
That's on his mouth, because his mouth, He'll take care of that baby, good daddy, but his mouth.
Does he have... I know he cut some yards here and there. He get out there and hustle a little bit, try to make some money on the side.
Well, he probably do, but
sure.
I don't ever see him, When I know he got some people yards that he do in the neighborhood, they'll come call for him or something, and he'll go do them, and then on a certain day they'll pay him, or sometimes they pay him that day. But he make a good amount of money because he do like the whole neighborhood, so.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then he basically gave it right to her.
And you live over there on Simpson? Is that where you live? Gotcha. You known him to be slinging any dope or anything like that?
Well, that's when I known him of when she was pregnant. Yeah.
That's how his hustling to make ends meet.
Mm-hmm.
Because, he makes it all over the county now. He's got reports from down in the city, up High Street. And, he makes it all over the county, from one end to the other, out doing his thing. But like I said, we ain't the dope police. I don't give two shits about dope. The question that we always ask, that even when we have our person or whatever, that is human nature. You want to know.
You're right.
Because
somebody lost their husband, a father. I said that today. I say, I'm just sitting there thinking about it. I'm like, his face on news, but his mama, I don't care nothing about her whatsoever. She bad people.
Whose mama?
His mama. She just, I don't care nothing about her whatsoever. So ain't no telling what she do. She don't care nothing about none of her children.
Yeah. Like you were just saying, is that, this guy, you hear that saying of living the American dream. This was a guy from Vietnam, that moved over here and had been somewhat successful, shit, you can work at Whataburger and be more successful than me, and everybody thinks police make a bunch of money, but we don't, we spend a lot of time up here. If we got paid for our time, I'd be rich.
Right behind me.
That's right. That's right. But, that man had 6 children.
Actually 7, we just found out.
Well, and he had gotten remarried here just recently and got a 2-year-old little boy, and whether when a crime like that happens, if you go in there and rob the place, you rob it or whatever, and then, let nature take its course, but you want to know what went wrong,
what happened?
Why, did it come to the point where a man had to lose his life?
Right.
And have you ever seen him with a gun before?
I never seen him with a gun. Never seen him with a gun.
And if he gets around, how does he normally get around?
Well, they catch the city bus. He walk a lot. And sometimes his cousin will pick him up every now and then.
Who's that, Melvin?
It's a girl.
Oh, Sade or whatever, Sade.
Yeah, her.
Yeah.
And then he catch a cab a lot too.
I got you.
Mm-hmm.
I got you.
If then I take him around too a lot. So
just go a one-on-one time, pick his brain, see if he.
Oh no, ain't no 1-on-1.
You just do your thing and drop his ass off, huh?
No, if my daughter in the car, he in the car with her, and the baby in the car too, so it's all of them. So he basically with her, and when I take him somewhere, he with him, so he in the car. I don't really say nothing to him, but he in the car.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. I know, it's been a minute or two since Saturday, but going back to the Saturday when that occurred,
Mm-hmm.
do you recall that day?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been the 13th. Do you know where he was that day? Was he at your house? Or?
They was at my house for that weekend. Well, I think that whole week. Then they came over for that weekend.
Do they don't live with you?
They big bone up. They got their own place, and then they'll stay with me. They'll go back and forth.
Where's their own place?
It's I think it's Pigler Palace.
Pigler Plaza?
Yeah. And they go back and forth. And then this weekend, they was there. He was there when I got up that morning to take my daughter to work. And when I got back from picking her up, he was there. So other than that, I be in my room. And then when I come out, I peeked in, and my daughter had went in there and got in the bed and went to sleep. My son was on the couch, and I peeked in the room, and he was sitting in front of the TV watching the TV. So I went back in the room and laid back down.
And when was this?
Saturday.
Before last?
No, that Saturday is supposed to happen. He was at my house. They was at my house.
So his mama never came and picked him up?
Yeah, she came and picked him up. She came by there, and I peeked out the window. He was standing at the truck. And then I said, Blackie coming in? He said, yeah, Ma, I'll be in a minute. And then when I looked up, I heard the door close. I came in there, and when I seen the door was locked, and I looked in there, he was sitting in front of the TV, so I went back in there and laid back down. She came to get a food stamp card because she wanted some food or something, but...
About what time was that, you remember?
It was it was happening when I came back from picking my daughter up from work, which is...
What time did she get off?
She get off at 1 o'clock.
And she works at one Cervantes or Creighton and
No, she work on Cervantes and 9th Avenue.
Okay. So she got off at 1, so fair to say that you were on time and picked her up at 1 o'clock.
I was a few minutes late.
So 1:15, 1:10.
Yeah,
somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then after you picked her up, where'd y'all go?
We came back to the house.
Okay. And you know about what time you got back to the house? Did y'all make a stop at a grocery store, CVS, Dollar General, anything like that on the way back?
We came right back to the house. And it was like, probably made it back to the house like 1:30, 1:35, something like that, because I drive the interstate.
Mm-hmm.
And I come back.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You go, hit Pine Forest Road, hop on the interstate and go that way?
I hit on Michigan and get straight down and...
Oh, hop on right there at 110.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. And whenever y'all got back to the house, was he home?
Yeah, he was there because he had the baby.
Okay. And your son or anybody else wasn't watching the baby for him?
No, my son was on the couch asleep.
Okay. Because, I mean, he admits that him and his mama went to the store.
But I know when I looked at the door, he was standing at the truck. She was in a blue-looking truck.
Like a Ford or something?
It was an older-looking truck. It wasn't nothing new.
Was she by herself?
I don't know. He was standing at the door, standing at the truck. So I peeked out and I looked. Then I looked and peeked around and see who it was. But he was standing like where you open the door at. He was standing right there. So if somebody was sitting there, I couldn't see him.
Now, was he, from the time you got home, I know you do your own thing in your room and they do theirs, but was he acting strange or anything like that? Or did he have anything that he normally don't have?
No, because he was sitting in front of the TV, watching TV. And then my daughter had went in the room, so I peeked in there. I said, Carrie, we're going to go get some Waffle House. And she was like, yeah. And then I said, Black, what's up with the Waffle House? He said, we can go whenever you want to, Ma, like that. And then I said, okay. So I went in, I put some clothes, took 10 to 15 minutes, put some clothes on. Then we got up and we left and we went to Waffle House.
You know about what time that was?
It was after 2. It was after 2.
All of you went to?
No, it was me, my son Eric, Kira, Black, and the baby.
You know which Waffle House y'all went to?
Right there on Fairfield.
Right here by the office?
Yeah,
right
there.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. What do you know about May?
She's a nasty person. I don't deal with her whatsoever. I seen her that day. That was my first time seeing her in a long time. I know every now and then she'll call or something like that, but I don't fool with her whatsoever.
How come?
Because I went to school with her, and we didn't get along in school. She was a bully type person, so I never got along with her. And I was really mad when I found out that was his mama, because my child was having a baby by somebody I don't even get along with his mom. Mm-hmm. And I don't do her at all. Last time I really was around her was at my grandson's birthday party. So
when was that?
It was at Chuck E. Cheese in December.
Okay. Gotcha. And, just cause of how she acted in school and stuff, that's why you don't care for her?
No, she a nasty person. She got a nasty attitude. She talks to you any kind of way. She don't care about nothing and nobody. She got a younger son that, her people basically raising. She on drugs, all of that. So I don't do her.
What kind of dope she using? Smoking crack?
I stay at the liquor store. I used to stand by the liquor store when I go to Cervantes, so I don't think it's crack. I think she's probably on cocaine. I don't think it's crack.
Starting on bad, eating some pills, anything like that?
I don't know nothing about that. Mm-mm.
Okay. All right.
And she loud.
Just obnoxious, huh?
Just nasty.
And don't have anything to do with the youngins?
No, not really. No. Not unless she call him asking her for something.
Kind of like she did with him, huh? On the bar, the old food stamp card, huh?
Yeah, he let her eat. Now, he let her get something to eat and told her to bring it back, and she brought it back, I guess. I don't know. I don't see the thing.
Gotcha. You think she's capable of being involved in a crime like this?
She capable of anything, knowing her, because she heartless, She heartless. She don't care.
You ever known her to carry a gun or anything like that?
No, because I don't mess with her. I don't conversate with her. I don't speak to her. I don't see her, so no.
You got a phone number for her?
Mm-mm. Not at all.
All right. What about, where she's laying her head right now?
Mm-mm. The last place I know she stayed was in the apartments by the Circle K of Massachusetts, those townhouses. Yeah. That's the last place I know she stayed at. And she went to jail, I think, from out there or something. So
she was with my boy named Glenn or something like
Tony.
that?
Tony, yeah, Tony.
She's not seeing him no more, though.
I don't know.
No.
I don't even know Tony, so I just know I heard his name, and they always was back and forth in jail on each other, so that's all.
Mm-hmm. I did it a couple times on each one of them.
Yeah.
Well, her daughter seems like she works a little bit. I don't know what kind of person she is. Seems like she's out there working and stuff to be, 19 or 20, whatever she is.
Oh, her daughter?
Shanique. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know her too well. I see her, but I don't know her. I don't conversate with none of them. Mm-hmm. I don't conversate with none of them, really. If I take my daughter down there, I take her down there, I'm in my car. I don't get out and speak to none of them, really. I'm always in the car.
Take her down where?
To his grandma's house. Mm-hmm.
She loud, too.
Mm-hmm.
She's
especially when she get drunk.
Yeah, she'll turn that vodka bottle up. Won't she?
Straight up. That's all.
How did your daughter meet this boy?
I had the slightest idea. I didn't know my daughter was pregnant. She was 6 months when I found out. So I had
she had 14, 15?
Mm-hmm.
Now your daughter's always 16 now, right?
Yeah.
Is she still in school?
Mm-hmm.
She in Pine Forest?
No, she had Pensacola State College out there, some program.
Gotcha. And right now, you know how it is when they're young like that. That's the love of her life, ain't it? He can't do no wrong.
Well, she began in the 3rd degree, so I don't know, but love of her life. Because she conversate with a few people, but, that's baby dad, I know that.
Does he got kids by anybody else?
Not as I know of, no.
Gotcha. I'm sorry, 2 seconds here. Now, don't he have some kinfolk that live right there on Frontier, or did, or something?
This is Grandma's house.
Yeah, but somebody lived on Frontier at one time too.
This is Grandma. Okay. She moved. She was at Frontier. She moved around that corner.
And then he's got another cousin named Malik.
Them little devils.
Stepbrother or something like that.
I don't know. I just know I know his name Malik. Huh?
The Gordon side.
Yeah, Malik Gordon.
And Melvin Gordon.
I know who he is, but I know who Melvin is. His brother, but I know who Malik is, but I don't know Malik like that. I don't deal with them, the children.
Yeah, they out here on the west side of town. And then
I know Malik got in some trouble at my house, so I don't deal with none of them.
what kind of trouble you get in?
They stole somebody's car and drove to my house, and it was in my yard. So when I got home, police was there, and they asking to go in. I said sure, because he had no business at my house with somebody stolen the car.
How long ago was that? Recently?
No, it's been a minute.
I got you. And now, how come May, she goes by Thornton and Gordon?
I think Thornton a married name. She got married. She was Gordon when I knew her. Thornton, I think she got married to her husband's name was Thornton. So.
But she's been split up with him for a while, huh?
I never met him. I just know he's in Memphis somewhere.
I saw where she got arrested in Memphis, about a year or two ago, and had to be extradited back from Memphis here.
Probably so.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't mess with her like that.
But it's fair to say she's got a drug problem, and that she don't do a whole lot with her kids.
She don't. No. Because I done had, his brother done been to the house when they stayed at my house. His brother done been over there with us for a minute, so, he'd go get him from his my house and bring him to the house with us. So,
I got you.
but I don't see her.
I got you. Anything else you can think of that we hadn't covered?
No.
Okay. You mind if we talk to your daughter for just a minute?
Sure.
We'll be right. You need something to drink, you some water?
No.
All right, babe.
So to conclude, Willie May was sentenced to life in prison, and Dontonio, who was around 19 at the time of the incident, was also sentenced to life in prison. Comment, tell me what you think.